Hello and welcome to our practice today. Thank you so much for joining me. We are going to start today in a child's pose. So as we're making our way there, feel free to start a little music that you would enjoy for your practice or join me in practicing in silence. So as I said, we're going to start today in a child's pose. You can have knees together or knees nice and wide as the mat, touching those big toes together. We'll sink the hips back, reaching those arms up overhead, and relaxing the forehead down toward the mat. We're going to spend a few moments and a few breaths here, just preparing ourselves for practice, bringing that focus away from the rest of the world, and turning it just to our body on our mat, and especially to that breath. Trying to really deepen the inhales, slowing that breath down, maybe even feeling the breath expand across the lower back. And just feeling that world drift further and further away from us as we turn that focus more and more inward. Feeling the impact of slowing and deepening the breath. Just a few more breaths. We're going to inhale deeply here. On the exhale, we're going to walk those hands over toward the left side of our mat and just gently shift those hips over toward the right, sinking that forehead back down between the arms, moving that stretch to the side body, breathing into the ribs. Inhale, we're going to walk the hands all the way through center. And on the next exhale, shifting the reach to the right, the hips to the left. And inhale, we're going to come back to center and come up to find a tabletop. So we're going to bring those knees right under the hips, those wrists right under the shoulders. We're going to start with some cat-cows. So on the inhale, we're going to drop the belly button, lift the gaze. And then on the exhale, we're going to round the spine, tuck the chin to chest, and find cat. Taking your time, using that full inhale to find cow, and that full exhale to find cat. And do one more of each. And come back to that nice neutral spine. Let's take some body circles, just some gentle movement here first, early on in our practice. Maybe focusing the circle on the hips or more on the back and the shoulders. And we'll switch directions with our circles. And again, we'll find neutral. We're going to stretch out our wrists a little bit. So we're going to start with one hand first. We're going to turn those fingers all the way around. till they're pointing toward the back, pointing toward the knee. If you can do both hands at once, feel free, but there's no need. You can do one at a time if that's more comfortable. If you still need even more here for a stretch, just gently shift those hips back until you feel your stretch. If you are doing one hand at a time, let's go ahead and switch now. Turning those other fingers around until they point toward the knee. And we'll go ahead and release. We're going to take one hand at a time. We're going to now take the back of the hand, press it against the mat, trying to keep the arm nice and straight. And then we're going to open and close the fingers. And we're going to switch hands. Turn the other back of the hand against the mat, and we'll open and close. We're going to take big number 5 hands to the top of the mat, and we're going to tuck those toes, and we're going to send the hips up and back for that first down dog of the practice. If you want to pedal out the feet, shift the hips around, do whatever you need to here to feel comfortable. And on that inhale, we're going to look up at the hands, and we're going to walk to the top of the mat. Exhaling for a fold. We're going to find that ragdoll, so you grab opposite elbows, and you just let gravity do the work. Maybe even sway side to side. Release the hands down toward the mat, and we'll slowly roll ourselves up to find that mountain pose. Inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale to hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, nice flat back, gaze is just down toward the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. We're going to plant the hands. Find a plank. Nice strong core. Hips nice and low. Exhale, lower down. Send those elbows back. Inhale, lift the chest. Baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes. Up and back. Down dog. Those heels sink toward the mat. Nice length in the legs. Inhale, look up at the hands. Walk to the top. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Plant those hands. Find your plank. And we'll exhale, lower down, trying to land in one piece. Inhaling, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, down dog. Inhale, look up at the hands. Step or walk to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Plant those hands. Find your plank. Exhaling to lower down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes. Down dog. And inhale, look up at the hands. Step or walk to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep those arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold. This time we're going to step that right foot back. We're going to find a runner's lunge here. So we're going to stay on the ball of that back foot. Left knee over that left ankle. Really breathing into that back right leg. Finding that full length. Nice long stretch. We're going to bring both hands in the inner part of that left foot, walking toward the center of the mat. We're going to rotate onto the ball of that left foot, bringing the right toes up toward the sky, finding just a nice side low lunge. The heel of my left foot is up off the ground, breathing into the right leg, working to find that balance where you can lift the hands up. Nice tall spine. Inhale, we're going to walk back, making those adjustments to find that runner's lunge. And we're going to really root down in that left foot, on the ball of the back foot. And we're going to sweep up to a crescent lunge. Again, really pressing into the ball of the right foot. Nice bend in the left leg. Inhale, I'm going to bring those hands down. Frame that left foot. Exhale, I'm going to step it back for a down dog. I'm going to lower the knees all the way to the mat, as wide as the mat. Touch the big toes together and find a child's pose. In the inhale, I'm going to tuck the toes, walk those hands back until the knees even come up off the mat. And I may have to adjust the feet a little bit wider. I want those knees to come out nice and wide so I can find a yogi squat. You can bring the hands to heart center. You can use those elbows to really open up the knees. It's fine if the feet do not fully connect with the mat. They'll get there. Get a nice tall spine. Slow and steady breath. Inhale, we're going to bring those hands down in front. Walk them back out to that child's pose. And then on that next inhale, we're going to come up and we're going to find that down dog. Inhale, look up at the hands. Step or walk to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. We're going to step that left foot back, starting with that runner's lunge. Breathing into now that left leg, keeping that right knee over right ankle. Inhale, we're going to walk those hands, finding that low side lunge. So now the left toes, feeling up toward the top of the mat, breathing into those left hamstrings. My right foot is up on the ball of the right foot. And trying to keep that balance, bringing hands to heart center if you can. But framing that right foot is also just fine. Slow and steady breaths. Inhale, we're going to walk those hands back, turning back onto the ball of the left foot, grounding down so we can sweep those arms up to find our crescent lunge on this side. Nice soft shoulders, strong legs, pulling the core in. Inhale, we're going to bring those hands down. Exhale, step back to down dog. And you will lower the knees as wide as the mat, finding that child's pose. Inhale, we're going to walk those hands back, tuck the toes, finding yogi squat. The toes point out, heels are more on the inside, sinking down toward the mat. Nice tall spine. And we'll walk those hands back. Find one last child's pose. Slowing that breath back down. And on that inhale, we're going to come up through a tabletop and just find a nice, easy seat. And let's send that left leg out long in front of us. Right sole of the foot along the inner part of that left leg. Pull those left toes back towards us. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, hinge forward to fold. Think about sinking that chest down toward the top of the legs. Inhale, we'll slowly come up. We'll send the right leg out, bringing the left sole of the foot to the inner part of the leg. Inhaling nice and tall, exhaling to hinge and fold. And slowly rolling up. Let's bring the soles of the feet together, letting those knees fall open. Nice tall spine. We'll hinge and fold. Inhale, we'll slowly come up. And we're going to plant those feet. We're going to roll all the way down. Getting comfortable here on the mat. Making sure the feet are about hips distance apart. We're going to relax the arms down by our sides. And on those inhales, we're going to think about pressing the hips up toward the ceiling. And we're going to use the full exhale to slowly lower down. Inhaling to press up. And exhaling to roll down. Let's do 2 more. Really pressing all the way up as high as you can on that last one and rolling all the way down. And once again, just relaxing here on the mat. Let's windshield wiper. So let the knees fall to one side. Use an inhale to bring them up and through center. And exhale, let them fall to the other side. Nice and gently. Feeling that lower back hopefully relax a little bit. And the next time that the knees are over to the right, we're going to let them stay there. We're going to bring those arms out to a T or goalpost if that's more comfortable. And we're going to send the gaze over the left. Slowing the breath down even more, maybe letting the exhales become longer than the inhales. On the inhale, we're going to bring the gaze, the knees through center. And exhale, we're going to let the knees fall to the left and the gaze off to the right. Inhale, we'll bring the gaze and the knees back to center. And let's squeeze both knees into chest. And let's rock side to side, right to left. Just feeling that whole back connect with the mat. Massaging out the spine. And then inhale, let's send the arms up overhead. Extend the legs down the mat. Really pulling those toes toward, away from you, and the fingers away from you, like they're pulling apart so that you feel your full stretch. And then just as you're ready, we'll make our way to that final pose of Savasana, where we relax the legs, maybe let the feet fall open. Arms are down by our sides. Make sure those shoulders are nice and relaxed. Taking just a few moments and breaths to find that comfortable spot where all the muscles in the body can release, can relax and be heavy. Really sink into the mat. And maybe just scanning the body first, seeing how it's feeling. What muscles are already relaxed and heavy, and what muscles might still be tight or tense. Just noticing. bringing that awareness back to our breath. Feeling those deep and slow inhales and exhales through the nose. Sending that breath to any muscles that are still even just a little tight. Giving them that permission to let go, to release, to be heavy and fully relaxed. As if the whole body can sink into the mat. Feel free to stay here as long as you would like today. And if you're ready, we'll gently roll to one side, taking a few moments to seal in our practice, to really thank ourselves for taking the time to take care of ourselves. And really inhaling in the good of the practice. And using these last few exhales to leave anything here on the mat that you don't want to take with you. And then when you're ready, we'll meet in seated. Thank you so much for joining me. The light in me greets, honors, and bows to the light in you. Namaste.